Hey guys, Wayne here from H2TechVideos, doing a review today on the new Fire Stick TV. Pros and cons, worth it or waste. We're going to go through everything we liked about it, the things that we didn't like so much. At the end, we're going to do a quick comparison between this and the Fire Stick or the Amazon Fire TV. Not the stick, but the full version. And ultimately, we're going to let you know if this is a worth it buy or if it's a waste. So let's start with the pros. And basically, being able to have the voice search option on the lower end model, I think is really awesome because it allows for easier navigation. It's a matter of literally grabbing the remote, you hit that voice button, and when you hold down, Pandora. So that easy. I don't even have to navigate through the menu or try to find it. It's that easy for me to jump to an app. So if I have Pandora or I have Hulu or Netflix, grab the remote, hold the button, and guess what? It's going to launch, it's going to find that app for you and allow for you to either download it easier or once you have it, go ahead and open it up. So right now, I searched it, I can download it that easy. And the fact that it has so much internal storage, I can download a ton of stuff on here and not have to worry about it filling up quick. So easier navigating, less typing, and just getting to the stuff that you want to do quicker. So I definitely love that. Second pro is obviously it has the Alexa search, which allows you to check for sports scores, weather. You can tell it to play music. Just again, really allowing you to do more with your voice and less with you having to necessarily know how things work. So for example, I could say, hold the button down. What's the weather like tomorrow? Let's try it again. Weather for tomorrow.
Here's the forecast for tomorrow in Los Angeles.
There we go.
Lots of sun with a high of 89 and a low of 58.
So really cool, really easy to just check the weather just like that. I can ask it sports. When did the Lakers play again? Gotta say it clear though. I was a little mumbly there.
This Friday at 7:30 p.m. at home against the Spurs.
Nice. So see that? So, you know, you've got these extra little fun features that now you can take advantage of. Searching sports, you know, searching the weather. You can even ask her to tell you a joke, which is kind of funny. I have a separate video where you can see all the jokes that she tells. So that's number two, the Alexa search. You can even ask questions about like what's in the news. There's a whole list of things you can ask it. So that's a fun new element that you don't get with the normal Fire Stick TV. So gotta love that. I love the fact that it's this is still a really inexpensive way to get access to basically the latest TV shows via the Hulu app. Obviously that's $7.99 a month, but a lot less than having cable. You also, with Netflix, you can get access to a lot of the, you know, just about new movies that have come out. That's also $7.99 a month. But if you think about that, that's still only about $15 a month to be able to watch almost all the latest TV shows and a lot of the new movies that have just hit DVD. You've also got a lot of new apps now like HBO Go, Showtime, even Disney, ESPN, Fox Sports Net, NBC News. Like the app library is definitely a lot bigger. And so like you think about paying $49 and you have access to all these different things. You know, you could really cut the cable box and this could be a viable option for everything. So again, a lot of pros there. Another cool thing about this new one is that you've got the game library. So they've added so many great games. And this is basically a great option for like going on vacation. You know, keep the kids busy with playing some basic games on here. Also, you got all the, you know, libraries of movies. Also, the cool thing is there is built-in storage. There's about 8 gigs of storage, which is a lot more than Chromecast and a lot more than the Roku has. So you could load this up, you know, downloading certain things, take it on vacation, or even just take it to someone's house for a movie night, you know, and you've got instant access right there as long as they have a Wi-Fi connection. So there's that. Next pro is that it does have just about all the major music streaming apps, which when I reviewed the new Apple TV, it was interesting to see, and this may have changed, but when I had it, Spotify wasn't available, Pandora wasn't available, TuneIn Radio, and you have access to all those apps on here. So being able to say, hey, open Pandora, you know, really easy, you could now start streaming music right out of this. So it's definitely something that's nice to get for that low price point. Ultimately, oh, sorry, one last thing. So in terms of the output, it actually does output 4K resolution for certain content that is on there, and then everything else is basically 1080p. So you've got a great output of video as well. So if you've got like the best TV on the market and you didn't want to spend a lot on a Blu-ray player, this could be a really easy option to get access to all the fun movies and all the low price streaming apps. So let's jump to the cons really quick. The cons are basically the voice searching is sort of limited, and let me show you what I mean by this. Let's say I want to search for The Office, which is a TV show I watch. So I'm going to hold the mic. The Office. So it brings it up, read it nice and quick. Now the problem is it really only shows me options that are in Amazon Prime's library. So it doesn't show me that, hey, The Office is actually available on Netflix. And that's one thing that I liked a lot about the new Apple TV, is that if you say a TV show, it'll actually show you all the platforms it's available on. So when I would say Blue Bloods, it would show me that it's on Netflix and it's on Hulu. And if you had those subscriptions, you hit a button and it took you right into that app. So, I was looking for more integration like that. So I think it sort of sucks that it only searches the Amazon Prime library and it doesn't search the others. Now, okay, maybe not a big deal. I can still do a voice search, open Netflix. But guess what? Even when I'm in Netflix, I can't search with my voice. You still have to go to the search, and then you have to use the directional arrows to type in the letters, and that's how it searches. Just to show you an example, if I go to search, I have to go up here, and then I have to hit each letter, which is annoying. Like I would have thought they were going to integrate it so I could just say The Office, and it would input the search right here, and then it would search it. So to me, that was a big miss. Now I understand this is, again, it's meant to be a very inexpensive option for streaming. But if you're going to advertise voice search, why not put voice search everywhere? So that was sort of a miss in my opinion. Definitely hope that later, updates will add something like that. So that was a con right there. Also, in terms of the device, so if you have a stereo system or a receiver, there is no like digital optical output, or really there's no audio output on the device itself. So you could only go out via HDMI. So it kind of sucks. It would have been nice if they added a digital optical out on the back. So if you did have a nicer surround system, you could plug that in and run it through that system. So that was kind of a miss. I feel like that would have been a great thing to add. But even the Fire TV doesn't have that either. So I guess maybe this year's or next year's generation will have that. But for now, for those who have those nice stereo systems at home, it doesn't matter because you can't use it with that. So last thing, I feel like even though it has a dual core processor in it, it's still, there are a lot of times where I would hold the mic and I would still have to wait like a second or a second and a half for like the voice search to pop. And so that was a little bit annoying too. I feel like the search could have been a little bit faster and just like you hit the button and boom, it's ready, it's listening. So not a super big deal, but obviously my job is to point out the goods and the bads. So there it is. The final thing I wanted to do a comparison, just a really quick thing. So Amazon Fire TV, one thing that has that this doesn't have is it has an Ethernet port on the back. So if your internet connection is not great in the room you're in, you could actually run an Ethernet cable directly into the box to get a faster connection. So that's another sort of con, is that if you don't have a great signal where you are, you're sort of stuck. So, just for those that are comparing this to the actual, Fire TV, that's sort of one of the differences right there. So the main question is, worth it or a waste? I would have to say this is definitely a worth it buy. For $49, you can't beat all the great things that you get with this device. Now, here's my caveat. If you have Fire TV already, if you have Fire Stick TV, which is the one option that's $10 less, I wouldn't say upgrade. I don't think it's enough of a jump for you to just have the voice remote unless you feel like you have to have that. But if you don't have one and you're looking for a streaming option, then definitely pay the extra 10 bucks. Get the option with the remote. Again, there's a lot of areas where it does work really nice. And then, I feel like there's, times where I never use it because, like, I don't mind using the navigation button. So it's really up to you and your personal preference. But all in all, it is a great device. And again, for the price, you just can't beat it. I mean, you could really have one of these hooked up in every room of your house and still, for the price, it's great. And, everything syncs up together. So you buy something online. Let's say you buy a movie on there. It's on your box. So guess what? You're watching a movie in one room. You stop and go to another room. It's going to sync automatically. So those are all great things that this has going for it. So all in all, this is a great buy. Definitely recommend it for you. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think are the most important features of this device, or what was the most important thing to you in making your decision to get it. And, what feature did I talk about that helped you make your decision of if you wanted to get it or not? All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you like, favorite, and share the video if it was helpful. Make sure you also subscribe to H2TechVideos, and have a good one.